Welcome to my YouTube automotive channel. Today I have a 2012 Ford Escape and I will show you what you can try doing in case your liftgate doesn't open. This video applies to Ford Escapes made from 2008 all the way up to 2012. Now this is actually a very common issue with these Ford Escapes. Every second one I've had some kind of issues with liftgate. So there's a couple of things that could be happening here. The first and the simplest thing you can do is check the fuse, which is responsible for the power buttons on the liftgate. Now this liftgate is operated by a power button, which is just down here. I hope you can see it. It's quite sunny outside, and by you pressing onto the power button, the liftgate will go up. And the same thing, the upper portion of the tailgate, just the glass, is also operated by the power button, and by pressing on it, it should lift up. Since these buttons are power operated, there is a fuse which is responsible to get the power to that tailgate, and I will now show you the location of that fuse. The fuse you are looking for is located under the front hood in a fuse box. Now, to lift the cover of that fuse box, there are two clips, one on this side and one on this side. So what you want to do, you just want to pretty much unclip it, pull it up towards yourself. Okay, this side. And on the back side of this cover, you will also have a small fuse diagram. Now you have the access to the fuses, and the fuse you want to check is this one right here, the blue one, 15 amp fuse, and this is the fuse for the liftgate latch. If this fuse is burnt, then your liftgate will not work, it will not open, since, like I said, it's power operated, and this is the most common problem with that liftgate not working. So there is no need for you to take it to the shop, spend money for somebody to diagnose it. You will just lose money. It is just simply pull it out and check if it's good or not. Now, if replacing that fuse didn't fix your problem, the second most common issue is actually the liftgate actuator, which is located just down here. So what happens, pretty much the water gets in through here, and that's like a common Ford Escape issue, and with time that actuator just gets bad and it has to be replaced. If your liftgate actuator is not working, only the complete liftgate will not lift up, so only this portion will not work, but your glass portion will still be operational. I will not show in this video how to replace the actuator, but I've made that video already in the past, and I will post a link in the description of this video. It's a nice step-by-step guide in case you will have to replace it. And you can see everything I did and how to test it and exactly what to do. Okay, the third common issue, if one of those two buttons are not working, is actually, like I mentioned before, when the water gets inside through here, and the mud and the dust gets inside as well, and with time it builds up, and the connection at those buttons is not good anymore. And pretty much all you have to do is disconnect both of these buttons, use electric contact cleaner and give them a really good cleanup. So get rid of all the mud, all the dust, all the water, all the buildup, whatever there is, and just by plugging it back in, once it's nice and cleaned, they will most likely start working. That's also something that I've often seen. Couple of times I wasted money on new actuator, I wasted money on I don't know, my mechanics and this and that, but then with time I just learned that sometimes, so first thing I do, I first check that fuse. If the fuse is good, then I check all the connections, all the wires, make sure that I clean up everything, and then if still nothing works or only this bottom one, then I am pretty sure that my actuator is bad. You can see all those connections and all the wires in the video I will post in the description, because I will be taking all this apart, and then you can pretty much see how all of that looks and what has to be disconnected and how to clean it. It's very easy actually to do. It's just a couple of screws to get rid of this back panel, and then you have just a couple of screws to remove, and you can pull out the complete actuator and even test it if you want and if you know how to. And the fourth thing, which I will just mention really quickly, is the power buttons going bad themselves. It only happened once to me. So in that case, one of these power buttons will not work, either the bottom one or the top one. And the problem is in the power button itself. They are actually very cheap, like 20-30 bucks. They even make them like aftermarket, so you don't have to buy from the Ford dealership. But like I said, that happened only once. Most likely you will have a burnt fuse. If not, you will have a bad actuator if this portion doesn't open up. And the third possible cause is just lots of dirt and water and everything got inside, and all the wires and connections are dirty. There is no good connection, and that's the reason why you can't lift up your liftgate. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope it gave you a bit more information about these Ford Escapes and what's the possible cause of your liftgate not opening up. Try everything I told you, and hopefully you'll be able to fix it. If this video was helpful, please like it, share it, and consider subscribing to my YouTube automotive channel. On my channel you can find lots of how-to videos, do-it-yourself videos, car reviews, product reviews, and other similar automotive topics.